Hello, hi. My name's Libby Scott and welcome to my channel on YouTube. I haven't released a video onto my YouTube channel for a very long time, for a good few years. I think the last time was when I had work in an exhibition called the Perthshire Gallery in Edinburgh. I'm a Scottish-based artist. I specialise in broad, expressive, expansive skyscapes in my paintings, and as you can see from behind me, they come out some people term it as abstract, but I don't see it that way. I see it as landscapes for me personally. Anyway, the reason why I am doing this video is because for the first time ever I'm going to be releasing a collection of work online via my website. And I thought it'd be quite nice to actually take you through the process in relation to what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and what I find out, what I discover about doing a collection release of artwork onto my website and selling it direct. Usually I sell my work through galleries and also through in-person events such as markets and art fairs, as well as open studios, which in the studio complex that I live in, or my studio lives in, is twice a year in May and also in September. So what I've been up to so far in relation to the collection release, I did a studio chat of a few minutes long in my Instagram feed, and this was announced maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago that I was intending to do this, and I set up a poll within my stories to ask what sort of work would be good for me to release, and I gave various options such as sketches such as these, collages, checking it's the right way up, such as those, and also paintings as well, such as something along those lines. And from the feedback and response I got, which was fantastic, the overwhelming consensus was to do a collection release of each all together, with different price points, and also to sort of show the progression of the work, because all of this is all based within one collection. And that is what I'm doing. So what I've been doing today is I have selected the work, and I have a number of my sketches that I have chosen. I have about 8 of these. I have 8 of the collages. I have 9 paintings at the moment. Hopefully it's 9. There's a couple that just need a little bit more, and then I'll be happy with them finished. I'm also going to release something else along with the collection. Small paintings again-ish, but they're just a wee bit of a surprise for those that go into the collection to have a look and to consider buying. So I've selected everything today, and then what I've also done is I've done quick reference photos of everything as well. And what that's for is just to set up the web page, to design it, and I can use those photos as mock photos. And then what I intend to do in about a week's time, 7 days time, is to do a full-blown photography session. With me being the photographer, I don't get a photographer in for this. And that'll take maybe about 2 or 3 days to do, just to get the lighting right and just to get the correct images, just to make sure they're spot on and look really good. So that's on the go. The other thing that's on the go, what else I've done this week, is I've had to really consider the presentation of everything. So with online work, or the selling of online work, the postage costs have to be factored in, and then the presentation side, such as mounts and frames, etc., have to factor in, well, how am I going to get them through the mail and all this kind of thing. So what I've decided to do is, for the sketches and the collages, I've ordered mounts. They'll fit these, obviously. And along with those mounts, there's also a backing board that comes with them to give them good rigidity and safety. And then also there are the custom-made cellophane bags that fit in the mount, so I can just pop them in the cellophane envelope, wrap them up carefully, and then postage them away. And then the paintings, what I'm doing with these guys is I'm using these frames. So these are tray frames, essentially, whereby I can float mount my painting, just as the way I've done with this painting here. You can just see it there floating away very nicely. It's just sitting in the space. It doesn't look as though it's really attached to anything. So what I've been researching is how I can do this myself. I have done it myself before. This particular one I've shown you, a gallery did this for me. The framer did this for me. And so what I've done is I've pre-ordered the frames already. It's just to do with time scales, because I'm not the best at all in working out time scales in relation to getting the paintings done, getting them into the framer, or getting the paintings done, doing the photography, getting them into the framer, and then getting them to the show. I'm far better if I actually have the physical panel with the frame, do the painting, put them into the frame, and off it goes. I work far better that way. So there's that whole other side about doing this collection release as well, is factoring the time scales of everything. And I've really begun to appreciate it's actually a lot harder than it seems at first. So the frames are going to be coming in about a week's time. There's going to be quite a few of them as well, so it was quite a big investment. And I did toy with the idea of, should I even frame the paintings themselves, because of the postage cost. But I know myself, I love to see my paintings finished, framed, looking really lovely within a clean frame, and it just sets it off so nicely. So I decided, yes, I'm going to frame them, and I'll deal with the postage costs when I set up the website. So there's that side. And then also today what I've done is I've been thinking about prices a little bit, which I'm not going to reveal just at the moment. But again, it's factoring that in a little bit earlier rather than later, sort of trying to decide, what am I going to charge for all of this? And I have to take into account, obviously, the costs for framing, for postage, for mounting, for the packaging. There's all sorts of things involved in pricing a painting. But at the end of the day, after I've calculated the costs, I stand back and I debate, okay, how does that feel? Is that a good price? Is that, am I happy with that price? Would the potential purchaser be happy with that price? So it's a bit of a balancing act. And I'm reasonably happy with the prices I'm going to charge. I'm going to have a wee think about it over the next week or so, and I might just tweak them a little bit. So there's that. And then what I have to factor in as well is all the labelling. So I've got, like little certificates of authenticity, which I use them on every painting, whereby I sign them on the back and date them, etc. So I have to sort those out. And also there's something else. What was it else aside from everything? Oh, the website. Nearly forgot about the website. So that's something else that I have to do, is to set up the page. I've explored it a little bit already. So I have set up the shop facilities, which actually wasn't that difficult, fortunately. And the reason why I've done really quick photos of all the images is so that I can slot those images in until I get my official photos of everything done as well. And that gives me an idea for a setup for each of the components for those pages. But it's also all the information that I have to collate too in relation to the painting. So I've got to think, I have to do the dimensions, the materials, what I used, what the substrate is, description of the frame. I can also put in a description about the work in terms of what inspired me and how it came about. Just a sentence or two, nothing too heavy. And then I also have to factor in the postage. So whether I'd love to be able to make it worldwide available. That's my aim. I would really like to do that. And so what I was thinking about was for the UK audience, for free, was to factor in free postage, And then worldwide audience, so somebody in the States or Canada or Germany, for example, I would work out one rate for all of them so that everybody is really clear about what to pay for postage if it was to go elsewhere beyond the UK and Scotland. Anyway, so I think that's it at the moment. Thank you very much for listening in, and please subscribe to my channel if you are here. See you later.